And welcome back to another Star Citizen event. It is the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2951. So before we begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. And at the same time, PSA for players who are new to this game, play Star Citizen for free until December 1st. That's right. And at the same time, happy Thanksgiving for those who celebrate. And let's get on to, well, the show. Well, I'm going to work that introduction a little bit better, but at the same time, it is Thanksgiving Day. I think it's fantastic, right? It is fantastic because we have some good news. Well, all this while, I have some good news from Star Citizen, especially discounted and cheap ships. So first thing first, from November 19 until December 1st, play Star Citizen for free. Very simple, create an RSI account, preferably with a referral code. If you can use mine, that'll be even better because you can get a Argo IA. I'm going to say an Argo MPUV-C with lifetime insurance, and that's fantastic because it's free, right? Free for you, free for me when you pledge your first package in the game. Do note this is only for new players. Right. Sadly, for veteran players like me, I need referrals, right? Referees. I'm a referral employer, yeah. I'm a referrer and I need referees. Okay, cool. And very simple, create a account, download the game and play the game. Now the best part is you do not need to purchase any of these ships except for a starter pack after the event. Right, and of course the Argo MPUV-C has a time limited window, which is end of this month. I think you only have like 4 more days effectively, right? Anything after than 4 days, it could be a gamble-ish because you might not have it. One thing is because Star Citizen's date, technically speaking, is a little bit earlier than usual, right? Wait, it's 26 right now, 26th of November, and yeah. Anyway, so Mustang IAE 2951 starter package is on discount, $40.50, and we have the Nomad 2951 starter package for $76. Now one is 10% off, the other one is 20% off. And that's the good news for today, because today is Consolidated Outland Day, and then we can break down which ship should you get. Should you get the Mustang IAE or should you get the Nomad IAE? And let's begin with today, right? Let's begin. So let's start off with Consolidated Outland, all right? We're going to go straight to Consolidated Outland because we want to do a quick comparison on what ship should you get. And starting off with Mustang Alpha. Okay, first thing first is that the marketing for this ship is crazy, right? It is technically wrong, right? It says multi/cargo. On one end, yes, it does have cargo, but it's not the you can't do cargo delivery like you grab package from space, put into the ship, right? So in this case, the Mustang Alpha must change its description. It should be just a fighter, right? Just a fighter, nothing else, because at the same time, technically speaking, it does carry cargo, so indirectly, well, technically speaking, they are not really wrong, but practically this whole back part is supposed to be empty, so you can put your cargo in and then you just pick it up, right? Hopefully they fix this issue, hopefully, but I don't think they have fixed it as well when they introduced a new package delivery mechanic. So maybe there's another rework, because technically speaking, the Mustang has already, well, it had a rework. That's why it looks so cool, so sleek, and I love this ship. At $30, well, it is a starter pack, so $40.50. Personally, I will always recommend to get the cheapest package so that you can enjoy the most out of the game without spending too much money. And then the best part is we can always cross chassis upgrade, or also known as ship upgrade, also known as CCU. There is a video on CCU/ship upgrade, so you can check that out and see how it works. Moving on to the Mustang Beta. Now the Mustang Beta has an interior compared to the rest of the Mustang series, which is, I think it's a bit sad. They should standardize. Mustang Beta should be the standard for all the Mustang. And the Mustang Beta basically has a bed and a interior. There's a livery and a bed in the ship. Right? And I believe there's a Mustang video that I've put out, not say recently, but quite long ago. I think that's the old Mustangs. I need to double check. Well, you can check one of my old videos on the Mustang and see how it looks like. And then we have $40 more. We can always upgrade from the Mustang Alpha plus $10. We can ship upgrade to Mustang Beta. Easy if you want that. And of course, we have the Mustang Delta. Now, this is a PU ship, right? $65. Yes, this is one of the most expensive Mustang ship to date. Is it better? The answer is actually yes. It has more weapon hardpoints and missile pods. Is it worth paying $65 for this ship? I would say no. The Mustang Alpha by itself is actually a very, very good ship. If you want to upgrade to a better fighter, there are better options, namely the Anvil Arrow at $75. Yes, it's a bit more expensive than the Mustang Delta, but it's way better. In my opinion, it's way better. Right, $65. If you want to buy it in-game, right, in-game with in-game cash, that's totally fine. But if you're talking about dollar to dollar, dollar to ship value, Mustang Delta is a bit hard, a little bit hard, but I think it can carry cargo as well. So in a way, it's good. But if you don't want the Anvil Arrow for a dedicated light fighter, the Aegis Avenger Titan, $55, $10 less. You got interior cargo, you got a bed, and it's actually a pew ship. So there you have it. So would I recommend Mustang Delta? I'm gonna say it's a easy pass. Next, we have the Mustang Gamma at $55. Now, this is a dedicated racing ship, the cheapest dedicated racing ship. Would I recommend buying this? The answer is yes, if you are solely focused on just racing. And for $55, I would say top it up a little bit more to $100. Yes, $100 is a lot of money. Get the Origin M50 instead. You won't regret. Trust me, you will not regret with the Origin M50 when it comes to pure racing. But at the same time, if you want to just test your feet, test the waters of racing, well, you can get the Mustang Gamma. On one end is you can always buy it in game. So yeah. Moving on to the Nomad. Now the Nomad is a very interesting ship at $80. It's technically a very, very solid starter ship. Now the problem is that everyone says that, oh, you know what, starter ship should have a bed, should be able to carry cargo inside, should carry cargo. The answer for a starter ship is a very tricky question per se, because in general, I think the initial plan for Star Citizen was a ship that you can just get in, fly around, have an interior cargo space, and that's it, right? The bed mechanic, delivery mechanic will be more expensive ship. So think of it, this is like an RV, and the Mustang Alpha is like a car. Right? The car, you can't fit a lot of stuff. The RV, you have a bed and everything. However, these things change when the newly introduced mechanic, or some time ago, they introduced a new delivery mechanic where you carry boxes. So that takes precedence, right? That becomes the new meta for starter ships. That's why Mustang Alpha gets a little bit sad, right? For $80, the Nomad is great, but at the same time, if we go back to this, $76 now. This is a no-brainer. 100% no-brainer if you want to spend $80 or more, right? Just grab the Nomad IAE 2951 straight away. You get $76, way cheaper than the $80. Plus, you get the game package, because you can't play the game if you only buy ships. You need the package, right? And the package has the most important part, which is the Star Citizen digital download, right? Without this, you can't play. So in a way, if you want to buy the Nomad, get this instead, right? If you want to explore better alternative, the Mustang IAE 2951 has some good options, right? Namely, we can always upgrade to something else, and in this case, we are lucky. We are lucky because we have the Anvil Spartan, and it's at $15 discount. So we can open a lot of choice, and we're going to talk that later, because next we're going to introduce the Pioneer. It is a heavy construction ship, $850. This is not for a typical player like me and you. Plus, this is one of these limited stock ship, and as we can see, alright, I've checked it already. It's all sold out. Crazy people with deep pockets, you know what? And at the same time, The reason why people buy this is because they want to have the UEE land claim license as their parcel. Yes, you can actually claim land in Star Citizen. Now, is it a good idea to claim land in Star Citizen? The answer is, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what's the perk for you to claim land, and CIG has not come up with any information about land claim, and that makes it a little bit tricky for me and you to actually put this amount of money. And personally speaking, $850, I would say skip, easy skip. Plus it's stock limited, so I will skip instead. At the same time, for people who wants to buy like me, I love ships, right? I always try to get limited ships. I kind of failed, right? I kind of failed, and you know what? I think it's okay. I think it's okay, right? For you guys out there, easy skip. This is an easy skip ship. And let's move on to the star of the show. It's the Argo Astronautics. So I tongue twisted myself. I want to say Astro Argonautics. Argo Astronautics. Now this is good. And a quick PSA because I might have skipped. No, I definitely skipped. And it is important because IAE 2951, or the anniversary sale, I'm going to call it anniversary sale instead, is that we have a daily Warborn ship upgrade. However, when there's a newly introduced ship or ship that is either introduced through concept or to flight ready, or concept to flight ready, like the Ares Inferno or the Ares Ion, the Crusader Industries Ares, you get actually more than a day, right, to buy this ship. And the main easy to check is if you go to this, every time if you see a dedicated page for a ship like this, it usually lasts for a month. I'm going to scroll all the way down because I think there's a caveat somewhere. There is a fine print somewhere that says until no. There is they used to have a fine print says how long would it last, and it usually lasts about 1 month in general speaking. But in my opinion, well, you have 2 weeks to pick up this ship. I think it's way worth the time. Right? I think the time is great, and this is a cargo hauling ship. And I know we have a lot of ships to talk about, and we're gonna reserve that for the last day, after all the manufacturers, because we can actually chain CCU to very, very good ship. Alright, so let's start off with the Argo Mole, alright, at $315. This is a multi-crew mining ship, and it is fantastic. I love this ship. I'm not so sure if I've done any ship tour for the Argo Mole. If not, stay tuned for it. If I've done it, it should be down. It should be somewhere in the playlist, right? I'll try to link down below. But at the same time, Argo Mole is a very nice mining ship, right? And to top it off, we have a special upgrade, which means we can upgrade with Warborn ship upgrade, which means you get discounted Argo, discounted Mole. Okay, that sounds wrong. That sounds not so right. Okay. Basically, you can get this ship for cheaper, and then we can chain CCU. Alright, I did tell myself not to use CCU anymore. We can chain ship upgrades to more expensive ships for cheaper price. Alright, that's the whole idea for this little special upgrade offer. Right, and I think if we scroll down, we have Mole with 10-year insurance, which I'm gonna do a closure. Right, before I go, I'll close up with a little ship upgrade path. And of course, we're going to move on to the MPUV Cargo. Now, if you use the referral code and you manage to, well, at the end of November, hopefully before November, you decide to pledge. And if you pledge with a referral code for new accounts only, you get free MPUV Cargo or MPUV C worth $35. This is a good ship, and to top it off, well, when I say good, it is a good ship because it went and win the Best in Show, or the Ship Showdown 2951, which means you not just get this ship for free, right? If you use the referral code, you also will get a free skin, a free jacket, and I think there's one more free stuff. And that's a very, very important PSA for you guys out there who wants to score some free stuff. And I'm gonna teach you how to get those stuff for almost free. almost free because you technically have to buy this ship, right? If you don't get the LTI ship, you have to buy this ship, which is easy and cheap. $35, I think it's worth it, because on top of that, you can once you get the skins and everything, you can always melt this ship and buy other ships or upgrade to other ships. Personally speaking, that's the benefit of getting the MPUV Cargo for this IAE 2951, right? Argo Cargo. Moving on to the MPUV personnel, $40, right? $5 a little bit more. This is technically a troop carrier. Yeah, it's a personal carrier, right? As the name says, cargo, person. Simple as that. Personally speaking, get the cargo. $40. Yeah. I'll say skip this guy. Skip this guy. And of course, we have the new flight ready, right? Concept. They passed the, they actually skipped the concept sales stage, which is great. So now you get the newly introduced Argo Ralph, and this is a medium freighter for $125. This is very interesting because we want to see which is the best ship for freighter, right? And we're going to check it out later, right? $125. Would I recommend this ship? We'll see. All right, I'm going to skip this for now because we're going to check that. All right, and then we have the in-concept SRV. This is a tugboat, straightforward. It's a tugboat, space tugboat. $150. Yes, it is a spec. Well, this type of price for a specialty ship is always there. You can't run. So in my opinion is, if you want to have a tugboat life, yeah, $150 is doable, but in this case, your profession is going to be too niche. So I would say it's most likely to get skipped for your average player out there, right? Even me also, it's a bit hard for me to buy this ship until they introduce an interesting mechanic, which people has theory craft right now, is that you can go salvage, not say salvage, you can go and tug a expensive destroyed ship to a reclaimer and let the reclaimer munch up all the materials, and the reclaimer goes to sell the materials. Everyone gets paid. So technically speaking, that's another profession in the game. Well, and that's it for the Argo Astronautics, right? Simple ships. Mold is very nice. Right, moving on to the Graycat Industrial. Now this one is a bit special. This one is predominantly a ground vehicle, starting off with the Rock for $55. This is a ground vehicle mining, ground mining vehicle. Okay, ground mining vehicle. It is great. It is unique. It is the first in the game, so I can't say much. $55. Yes, it is a lot of, not say a lot of money. It is a price of a ship. Again, all ground vehicles, technically speaking, is not worth buying for real cash. Right? I would suggest just buy it in game. With this type of money, it's better to just buy ships, because ships can do many more. And at $55, not to say I don't recommend, but get it in game, right? Get it in game, the Rock. But if you want to spend money, the Rock is decent. And then we have the Rock DS, which is a 2-player mining vehicle. Now at $75, this is expensive. I won't recommend getting this for cash, right? Get it in game instead. You would thank me. Right, $75, you can buy an Anvil Arrow. I always go back to Spaceship, because Spaceship is king. And that's it. That's all for Graycat Industrial. There's supposed to be one more, which is the Graycat PTV, but the PTV is literally just a buggy for $15. I don't know why they don't add it inside there. It's weird. Alright, moving on to Kruger Intergalactic. And this is also another small brand in Star Citizen. We only have a few vehicles. We have the P52 Marine for $25. Do note this comes, not say free, but comes free with Constellation Andromeda. So in a way, I would say save that $25, right? And to top it off, this is one of those ships that cannot quantum jump. Also, note that Argo cannot quantum jump as well. This is technically a parasite ship or a snub. Right, snub ships. So in my opinion, skip. Don't even bother. Right, don't even bother. I'm just putting it out to show you that are good alternative. However, the P52 Marine used to comes with LTI. So for those people who managed to pick up the Marine for cheap, managed to you got an LTI token or lifetime insurance, which is not a big deal right now, right? But still, it is my criteria to buy ships. I need my ships with lifetime insurance, and the best part is IAE 2951, we have the chance, but it's a bit more expensive. It is the Anvil Spartan, right? It comes with lifetime insurance for the cheapest price, $65. Next, we have the P52 Archimedes, same thing, comes with the Constellation, not say Andromeda, comes with Constellation Phoenix. Yeah, comes to the Constellation Phoenix. It is a racing. Now, this bad boy, $35. Yes, it says cheapest race. I mean, it's a racing, right? I know it's the cheapest, $35, but the Gamma outperforms this dramatically, right? Because it has a quantum jump. That's all. $20 more for a quantum jump, I think is, yeah. And at the same time, if you're going to buy the P52 Archimedes, the first question you want to ask is, how can you transport this ship from one location to another location? Because it cannot quantum jump. So therefore, it's a little bit useless. Little bit. In fact, it's a whole lot of useless when you don't have a big ship. And then if you're going to spend on big ships, get the Constellation Phoenix, right? It's a win-win. And that's it. That's all I have for you for all this brand. And let's talk a little bit about the Argo Ralph, right? I know I did skip some of the vehicles previously, namely the Anvil Spartan and the Ares Inferno and the Aegis Redeemer, but they will have their own little video as well, especially we have the Ares Inferno, we have the Aegis Redeemer. So the Raft, however, is a bit unique because it's only a cargo hauling ship, or rather it's specialized in cargo hauling. We still have a ship tour. I can guarantee you there will be a ship tour video coming out soon for this guy, because I'm going to rent it today and I'm going to play around. And the best part is, for you guys out there, you can actually rent this ship and play, right? Okay, build tough, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about that. Okay, so freight made simple. So we have 332 SU exterior. So it's total of 96 SU, right? Let's remember that number because we're going to revisit this. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything? Play it safe. Size 3 laser repeaters, that's up here. Size 1 weapons, okay. Size 1 weapons. So in terms of how call this offensive defensive capability, it's rubbish, in my opinion. Rubbish for the size of this ship. It's still great. I mean, it's something. Small crew, big impact. Okay, we want to see what the interior looks like. That's the most important part about this ship. It's always about the interior. Okay, so let's start off with, what's it called this? Cockpit, docking collar, cargo cab, VTOLs, yes, cargo containers, armor shield countermeasure, remote turret. That's it. Okay, that's it. 1 of 4 paints. Usually I never recommend paints, but you can always check it out later. Haul like a pro, Okay, we have non-Warborn and stand. Yep. Every ship that comes out to flight ready, either concept or first introduced in Star Citizen, usually have a Warborn limited edition and a standard edition. Usually I'll recommend the Warborn edition because it comes with lifetime insurance. Lifetime insurance, especially when the ship is first introduced in the game. There we go. Lifetime insurance, $110. So it's a $15 discount. $15 discount. I think it's good. I did promise to have a ship upgrade. So let's go to the pledge store and see how much we can do for this guy. And let's say you want the Argo Ralph, for example, right? New spanking new ship. Of course, everybody loves a nice ship. So what we do is we're gonna go for highest price, lowest price. Both way doesn't matter because it's gonna be 110. We have the Freelancer Max, which is coming out soon, and it's staple. We have the Freelance Series, which is fantastic. The DUR is well, we're gonna talk about that later. So we pick up the Raft for 110. All right, 110. The best part is we can always upgrade to this ship for cheap. I'll not say cheap. So for example, all right, $10 difference because what? It's correct. $100 because we want to upgrade to $110 value, right? For $125 value, which is $15 discount. So we pick the 110. The next closest ship is either the Cutlass Black or the M50. Personally speaking, the Cutlass Black is the best ship in the game. It is the best, hands down ship. We're going to talk about Cutlass Black when Drake Industry comes out, which is not ready yet. But so we're going to pick the M50. So you need to pay $10 difference for a $125 ship, which is fantastic, right? And then after that, all we need to do is we just need to pick another ship. Another ship to upgrade to, which is the M50, right? And the best ship to pick up is actually the Anvil Spartan at $80. So you only pay $20 difference. So in total, we have just paid we have a $15 discount, right? And the reason is because the Anvil Spartan is technically $65. And now we're going to change this and we're going to pick the Anvil Spartan because the Anvil Spartan has two price, Warborn and of course store price, and just pick it up. So we have $80 and $65. Of course, we want to pick this $65. It's a no-brainer, right? And then from there, technically speaking, we have already saved $30, right? In a way, you have saved $30, and then you bought the Raft for 95. Yes, $95, right? Instead of paying 110. So in a way, you already saved. You already saved. And no, $125, $15 discount minus another $15, $95. Yeah, no, exactly. So you managed to get a Raft for $95, and I think that's great. So that's all I have for you, right? We can actually chain CCU to much better ships, and of course we can now save more money for the Aries, which is fantastic. And yeah, so that's all I have for you for today. I know it's a little bit long for today, but I think it's great. So until then, like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. And if you have questions, you can always let me know. Just comment down below. And as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Fly safe in the verse. See ya.